When Manchester United come up against Liverpool, the world stops to watch. Regardless of the competition, date or respective standings, it is, arguably, the most highly anticipated clash in the English football calendar. There are, of course, plenty of scintillating match-ups these days, but none match the rivalry between United and Liverpool. In years gone by, the two clubs have been involved in plenty of battles. They have come head-to-head on 238 occasions in all competitions, and the Reds currently boast the better record with 90 victories. Clearly, there is no love lost between the two English giants, and there have, unfortunately, been occasions in the past where the intense rivalry has crossed the line. The Premier League clash between United and Liverpool in February 2012 lives long in the memory, but not for the right reasons. Liverpool striker Luis Suarez had missed 8 matches for racially abusing Patrice Evra in the reverse fixture at Anfield. The Uruguayan, who denied the allegations, had assured his club that he would shake the Frenchman's hand when the two sides met later on in the campaign. However, no such handshake took place, which led to Rio Ferdinand deciding to not shake Suarez's hand. It was always going to be a fiery encounter after that, but it was United who ultimately came out on top. Wayne Rooney scored twice before the halftime break, and while Suarez pulled one back for Liverpool late on in the clash, the Reds managed to see out the game and secure the victory. Shortly after the halftime whistle, Suarez had smashed the ball towards the Old Trafford crowd. This added to the already tense atmosphere, and, unsurprisingly, things really boiled over at full time. Referee Phil Dowd had barely finished blowing his whistle when Suarez was making his way to the tunnel, but Evra had already gone over to the United fans to celebrate in front of the Uruguayan, lifting his arms in the air in celebration. The Liverpool players were not impressed by the Frenchman's actions, and goalkeeper Pepe Reina was quickly on the scene to usher the United man away from Suarez. It didn't take long for the stewards, match officials and other players to get involved, but the away side were urged to head down the tunnel as Dowd held Evra back. While it was hoped that things would calm down once the players were in the tunnel, it was actually the opposite. In fact, as Stuart Downing explained in 2021, things escalated more than anyone could have predicted. Revealing all on the Under the Cosh podcast, Downing, who started the match, alleged that United star Ferdinand hit Liverpool attacker Dirk Kuyt when the winger was not looking, and that the Dutchman subsequently lost his head. Stuff was going back and forward, and then just before halftime, the ball lands to him, Suarez, and he just blasts the ball at the dugout, Downing said. On the whistle, blasts it straight at the Man United bench. And he was sort of taking the full ground on. He continued, "We go in the tunnel and it kicks off. I dunno if it was sort of, like, I say planned." Nemanja Vidic wasn't in the squad but he was in the tunnel. It was just kicking off. You see Wayne Rooney running down and I remember thinking I am definitely at the back here. But Rooney was in the back going, "What's going on?" And I thought keep him out of it because he might throw one. I think he was trying to break it up, but Rio and Vidic have made a scene of it and Big Pepe got involved. I am sure Rio clocked Dirk Kuyt on the sly, on the cheek, as Downing began to chuckle. It was one of them where he, Kite, wasn't looking and he's Ferdinand, clocked him, and he was like I am gonna kill him. Dirk lost his head, I am gonna kill him. However, speaking to the Liverpool Echo, Downing insisted that Ferdinand had denied the claims, stating, Rio has obviously denied, which I'm sure you would. If you sly-digged someone in the face you are going to deny it, aren't you? But I was at the back and there was a lot of pushing and shoving. I think I've had a bigger fight in the garden with my kids. Following the game, Sir Alex Ferguson suggested that Suarez's controversial decision to not shake Evra's hand could have sparked a riot. Suarez is a disgrace to Liverpool Football Club, Ferguson told BBC Sport. He should not be allowed to play for Liverpool again. In a separate television interview, he added, I couldn't believe Suarez refused Evra's handshake. You saw the referee. He didn't know what to do. It was a terrible start to the game and it created a terrible atmosphere. Racism is an important issue and football has come a long way since the days of bananas being thrown at John Barnes. However, the Scotsman did admit that Evra's full-time gestures to the crowd were unwise. Evra should not have jumped in front of Suarez in celebration at the end, he said. He should not have done that. Meanwhile, Liverpool boss Kenny Dalglish was furious with questions about the incident after the game. He said, I never knew he never shook his hand. I don't know, I wasn't there, I never saw it. We haven't looked at the handshakes, but that's contrary to what I was told. When told Suarez had refused to shake Evra's hand, he added, well, ask him and we'll take it from there. When pressed further by Jeff Shreves, the Scot stated, I think you're very severe and I think you're bang out of order to blame Luis Suarez for anything that happened here today. I think predominantly both sets of fans behaved really well, they had a bit of banter between each other, no problem. How many bookings were there? Despite Dalglish's comments after the match, both he and Suarez apologized for their part in the handshake row at Old Trafford the following day. I have spoken with the manager since the game at Old Trafford and I realize I got things wrong, Suarez said. I have not only let Dalglish down but also the club and what it stands for and I am sorry. I made a mistake and I regret what happened. I should have shaken Patrice Evra's hand before the game and I want to apologize for my actions. I would like to put this whole issue behind me and concentrate on playing football. Dalglish then said, all of us have a responsibility to represent this club in a fit and proper manner. That applies equally to me as Liverpool manager. When I went on TV after yesterday's game I hadn't seen what had happened, but I did not conduct myself in a way befitting of a Liverpool manager during that interview and I'd like to apologise for that. At the end of the season, Dalglish was sacked by Liverpool, with the Merseyside club having finished 8th in the Premier League table. United finished much higher but ultimately lost the title on goal difference to rivals Manchester City. For Suarez, he departed Anfield in 2014 having scored 82 times in 133 appearances. Evra, on the other hand, left United during the same summer after winning 5 Premier League titles and the Champions League with the Reds. Meanwhile, Kite and Ferdinand did not come face to face again. Probably for the best, mind.